Hi, welcome to Craft It Sweetly. I'm Diana. Thanks so much for being here, as usual. Recently, somebody sent a message asking what is the difference between the ink saver and a regular, and why would they want to do that, and is it going to change the quality of the finished product? So I thought it would be best if I can do a video. I did explain it to her and kind of, sent an email back explaining why, the pros and cons of each one. But I thought for those who are more visual learners, actually seeing the two side by side would be helpful. So I printed a pattern, and it's for this image, which I didn't print one out, but it's on the screen. What I did was I printed the pattern both in ink saver and regular, so that you can see the actual difference between the two. Now, I'll start off with the regular pattern, and that's this one here. And for this one, I have 12 pages, and both of these patterns are based on using the Foto book art app versus, other patterns you may purchase on Etsy. So those may be different. I am showing you the differences between the two based on using the app. If you're getting the pattern elsewhere, this may not apply. Their measurements may be different, things like that. Again, these are based on patterns from me or my app, photobookart.com. So with this one, it's the regular pattern, not ink saver. And if you look at the pattern, when you print out a regular pattern, the image is stretched out over all the pages. So the entire strip, you're eventually going to cut these into strips, and the entire strip is covered with ink. When you fold this, you actually only see the middle portion of this strip. So anything that's, let me get something to point to it so that it's not my finger here, and nothing that's going to damage this. Here, let's use this. So anything that's on the right and on the left of the strip, because only really the center you're going to see on the edge of the page, all this is technically wasted ink. When you print the pattern as a regular pattern, each strip is 1/2 inch wide. So you're, outside of what's visible here, you're technically, printing an extra, whatever it may be, 0.4, 98% of the strip is not visible, and that's wasted ink. So again, these are 1/2 inch width strips, and it's 12 pages. So fewer pages, you can see, here you've covered the entire page with ink, as you can see on each one. So that's a lot of ink, and this is a pastel pattern, so it didn't use as much ink. But if you're doing something that has black or a lot of vibrant colors, you're going to go through a lot more ink. So that's the regular pattern. And it's, how many did they fit on here? Does the pattern, again, using the Foto book art app, it fit 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 strips. I had to count them because I don't usually print it out this way. I always use ink saver. And all of my patterns on Etsy are ink saver types of patterns. If you're not comfortable folding a ink saver pattern, then you're welcome to email me, and I'm happy to change the pattern to a regular pattern for you for that same image. So when you're folding this one, you're folding a 1/2 inch strip of paper, which is easy, whether you're slightly off when you're folding this whole area, you're gonna get the image you need on your edge of your page. Now when you're printing the ink saver version, the strip, it becomes 3/4 inch wide. So now the strip that was 1/2 inch is now 3/4 inch. And the reason for that is that the pattern prints down the middle of the strip, and it uses up 0.25, so 1/4 inch of ink per strip. So whereas here we used up 1/2 inch of ink, Here we're only using 1/4 of an inch. So technically you're saving half the ink because you're not printing the entire strip. You're just printing 1/4 of an inch. Because this is 1/4 of an inch, we couldn't, the app wouldn't work, or the app would work, but you really wouldn't be able to fold if these 2 white strips would be eliminated. It would be pretty hard to fold 1/4 of an inch of strip of paper evenly, and then also on top of that applying it to the edge of a book. So because of that, we've added 1/4 of an inch of white space on each side. That extended the strips to 3/4 of an inch, as I mentioned, and that made it where only 10 strips of pattern are possible to be printed on a piece of paper. Because of that, you're using more pages. So now this pattern was for 380 pages. 380 pages. And that used up, I did not count this. I'm guessing it's about 20 pages. 19. So it's 19 pages for here, 12 pages for here. So you saved half the ink by printing ink saver, but used up 7 more pages. If you're using copy paper, then more than likely the ink that you're saving really offsets them, adding another 7 pages of print on here. And with this, everything is the same. The quality of the ink, the image that you end up with is all the same. Nothing really changes. It's just the image was stretched out and then only printed down the middle of the strip. So your final product is going to be, your final book project is going to be the same whether you use this or this. It's more a matter of, do you want to save ink when you're printing it? Now, if you're taking this to be printed at a copy store, Office Max, Staples, whatever you may print it, then it doesn't really matter. You can go with this because you're not paying more by using, regardless of how much color ink is on a page, you're going to pay the same amount. So at that point, definitely do it as a regular pattern because you're paying for 12 pages versus 19 pages. But if you're printing at home, then I would recommend the ink saver if you can. If you're comfortable folding. Now, one other thing that I guess that I should mention is here you're folding 1/2 of an inch, so a bit of an error in folding won't really show up. Here you're still folding 1/4 of an inch of strip of paper technically, but you have the white strips on each side, which helps you kind of center it. Now, I won't go into too much detail as far as scoring the pages, but lately, or with the last few projects that I've been doing, I've been using the Cutterpillar Crease along with the Cutterpillar Glow to score my strips. And using this tool, turn on my light here, this works with either pattern because you're going to be able to see the middle of the strip. I just place it down and then I run the scoring guide right along the edge. And I won't do this on these patterns, but same thing. It's easy to see where the middle of the strip is using the combination of the two so that you can score your strips. All right, so let me turn this off. Okay, now I have both patterns, the regular and the ink saver, and I will give both of these patterns away, not the actual printed patterns, I should say, to 2 viewers. So in order to qualify for the drawing, you have to comment in the comment section below on my YouTube channel. So you have to comment here, not on my Facebook group. The drawing is for everyone who comments below, and I'll do the drawing on January 1st. So this is open through the end of this year. 12:31 midnight Eastern time is when the cutoff time for commenting is. And I'll mail these out. I'll need whoever the 2 winners are. As far as who gets which, I'll ask preference on the first person who's drawn, if they prefer which one it is. It really, you know, there's no additional cost to you. I'll be shipping both of these out to you so that you get both patterns already printed at no charge, obviously. And I'll post the winners both in my Facebook group as well as pin it in the comment section on January 1st here. But you must comment in the video below. If you have any questions about either one, please let me know. I think I've covered everything about the pros and cons of both of these. But again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment below. Join my Facebook group. Lots of inspiration there from our very helpful members. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support this year, and I will see you in the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much.